Fresh from their superb victory last time out at Lime Rock, Level 5 arrive here in Canada for round 5 of the American Le Mans Series and the Mobil 1 Grand Prix of Mosport. Competition in the LMP2 class is as fierce as ever, and even though they've got a 12-point lead over their rivals, both Scott and Christophe will be looking for another strong result. So qualifying took place yesterday, and after a frantic 15-minute session, Christophe qualified P2 in class. Christophe, here we are at the end of that qualifying session. Now, I know you'll be disappointed you didn't take P1, but it was a superb effort out there.
Well, no, I'm not disappointed because, well, of course, it's always better to be in pole position, but we know exactly it doesn't bring a big advantage here.
As we head into the race, Christophe, I mean, Conquest have been knocking on the door of Level 5 for a while, haven't they?
Yes, it's true, and for them it's a first pole position, but we're still leader, we're still winning the last race, and it's exactly what we want to do again tomorrow.
Scott, as ever, a great atmosphere ahead of a race here.
Yeah. No, it's this is always a great part of the race for the fans. Be able to come down here and see the drivers and really get up close to the cars. I think this is a great thing for the series and for the fans.
Now, Scott, we arrive here. You're 12 points ahead of your nearest rival in the Conquest car alongside you. What's the objective for this one?
Yeah, they put pressure on us all the time, and they had a great qualifying lap. Obviously we want to leave here with some points and give it our best, but they're going to be tough.
What is it that makes this track so special? What is it that you're going to have to be really aware of?
Turn 1 and turn 2. No, it's got a good rhythm, and you're on the gas most of the time, so it's just different because it's the fastest track we race on in the whole series, and there's not a lot of stopping. It just has got a really good flow.
Martin, what is it about this circuit that makes it so challenging from what you've seen?
The biggest thing is the fast sweeping corners, the blind entries. You have to really be brave. I mean, the qualifying lap yesterday really got my attention. A few times I'm pretty sure I saw God and backed off. So you really have to hang it out, hang the car out. But it's very hard on tires here. I think both ourselves and Level 5 seem to have considerable drop off in tire performance. So I mean, it's going to be a case of managing the tires, and whoever can do the best job at that.
Now, the battle really is on, isn't it, between yourselves and Level 5? How would you like to see it go today?
Of course, I mean, you guys have won too many races this year. I think it's time to share the spoils a little bit. Obviously with LMP2 racing in North America, the car count is not as good as we'd like to see it, but what we lack in quantity, we have certainly in quality. I mean, you guys are formidable opponents, and we wouldn't be here if we were having our asses kicked or we're winning easy. It's a close racing all the time, and we're learning by racing against some of the best in the business.
This place is so fast, has so many high-speed corners, and only one corner where you really slow down and have to go back up to the gearbox. So it's a racetrack where you've just got to really work with your engineer to have a car that has a lot of platform and a lot of support, and you kind of balance that with the fact that it's a pretty low-grip surface too.
We have to be good if we want to win. The competition is high, and traffic will be again a key. Scott started the race, and now we have to cross our finger.
So racing is underway here at Mosport, and Scott gets a good clean getaway as the battle begins. We're 45 minutes into the race. Scott is running P1 in class. We've had another full course yellow out there, but everything's going well so far. So we're an hour into the race here, and Jeff, I've just come up to see what's going on from this position. We've had a couple of full course yellows out there, but how's it going so far?
So far, real good. We've got a really good race between Scott and the Conquest car. It's their silver driver, David Heinemeier Henson. Scott and him are pretty equally matched, which is great. That's what the P2 class is all about, is letting the silver drivers, the guys who pay for all of this, go battle each other, and they're having a fierce battle. So it's fun to watch, and I think the cars are pretty evenly matched. So the next stop, the next yellow will be tires, fuel, and Christophe, and then we'll have to do one more stop, and we'll take tires on that one as well.
right, Jeff, thank you.
Thanks.
Scott, looked like a lot of hard work out there today, but how was the start?
Start it wasn't bad. The tires really weren't up to temp, but it's pretty busy there. Had a pretty good battle with the Conquest car there most of the session. We just luckily came back together after the yellow, but we had a pretty good gap on them, and they closed up, and pretty much we came out on top of that one. So that's all.
Yeah, but you're showing a really good pace because I mean you're running in the top 3.
Yeah. The car pretty strong. It's a little overcast, so there's not as much heat on the track, so it's a little slipperier, but overall not bad.
What about the action on track? Is everyone behaving themselves today?
It's not too bad, but it's still pretty busy.
Ken, we're 2 hours into the race here. How's it going?
It's going pretty well so far. Scott did a great job in his stint. Got Christophe in the car, but unfortunately got a speeding penalty on that pit stop, so we had to come in, do a stop and go. But he's stayed out there. We're about 15-20 seconds behind Plowman right now. One more pit stop coming up, so we'll check the tire wear. It'd be iffy if we have to change tires or not, and that'll probably decide this race for both of us.
So we've got 25 minutes left in the race here. Christophe has just pitted for the final pit stop. Team have decided not to change tyres, just to refuel him. He's back out there on track, so it's a battle royal between ourselves and the Conquest car. So we've only got a couple of minutes left in the race here, and Jeff, it was going quite well. They were looking quite strong at one point, but unfortunately it hasn't really gone the team's way today.
Yeah, we got 2 pit speed violation, and then we got a blend line violation on the racetrack. Christophe on that last restart was fighting to try to get through the cars as quick as he could, and he went to the right. He kind of got forced to the right by another car, and that put him 2 wheels over the yellow line, and so that's not allowed. So we got a penalty here at the end. But man, it's really, Conquest guys are a fantastic competition, and they're keeping us honest every weekend, and they're going to win this race. Congratulations to them for their first win, and we'll try to make it their only one this year.
Despite not getting the result they wanted on track, Scott and Christophe take the second step on the podium, but they leave here still leading the LMP2 class.